crypto investing, and you guys seem to still be having some trouble understanding what's exactly going on in the market, and that's why you guys need to become members as soon as it's available to get into the Jabroni Killers, so that way you can stay on top of what's actually happening and you can factor in what's going on around and outside of just the crypto sphere, so that way you don't get fleece heisted and shysted. And this is doing XRP. There was a lot of noise this morning about a little pump, but all it did was exactly what we thought it would do, right? We consolidated up here, where if we go to the daily time frame, the 200-day moving average was right there. Top the price out. You see that? Got it. Come back to the hour time frame, and the only thing that took place today was you bounced off the 200-day moving average with no volume, and then the next hour candle with the volume, look at that, a very putrid volume, way less than what was going on there. And then now you're going to sell back off and come back down to the 200-day. If there's no buyers are there, you're coming down to where we told you got to touch, which is the 72, 71, 73 cent level right here, before you could try to make a run up there. But everyone seems to think, for some reason, because the crypto.com and the cryptos are doing heavy advertising on the Super Bowl, that you're just going to have some crazy pop. The only thing you're going to get is a little pump like this, a little oversold rally after a nice little sell-off, and then it quickly sells off. Like, you guys got to stay on top of this and pay attention to what's happening, because to me, what's going to happen here is I don't think it's going to be able to hold this 200-day moving average in the 5-minute time frame. And I think you're coming down to that 74 cents. There just doesn't seem to be a bunch of volume. There doesn't seem to be a lot. You would expect there to have been some hype building into this. Crypto.com, they're not just going to rapidly buy at halftime because they see some stupid commercials. That's not what happens. That's not how this works. And you guys really need to get your shit together, right? Even Ethereum Classic, right? It did the same thing XRP did a day ago. See that? We had a nice little pump up. It got the hype train back in after a big run up and then a nice sell off. We had this final little blow off right there, and it quickly sold off. And now we're getting below the 200-day moving average, and we're going to quickly and swiftly trade back down to that $27 underneath support, and then $19 isn't too far behind. You can't just jump on because you see one coin firing away. There's got to be something to back it up. There's got to be some fundamentals and some sound footing and ground to make you want to jump into these coins, especially with the in and out fees that can really eat into some small profit that you're trying to manufacture out of a bearish market. Just look at what's going on in the overall market. They got hammered. The risk assets, Rivian 9%, Lucid 7.5%, Tesla 5%, the Dow Jones 500 points or 1.43%, right? And you say, well, why did that happen? Because if you go over to the U.S. government bonds, even though they were down 5%, they got over 2% for the first time in about 5 years. You can see gold had a great day. Silver had a great day. Oil getting near $100 a barrel. As you know, Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing made a call last spring when oil was at about $58 a barrel, that by mid-2022, we would be pushing $150 a barrel, and by the end of 2022, the beginning of 2023, $200 a barrel. And that seems to be trending in that direction, right? You can see natural gas has skyrocketed. Copper is nearing an all-time high again after a consolidation, right? The gold and silver bullion, we had a phenomenal week in the gold and silver bullion market. We'll give you a little look and see what we did on Friday, right? We did very well in the bullion market. We've been adding to our stack on our long-term hodl positions for a very long time, right? Just slow, come on. God, this shit is so dumb. Just fucking log in. We've been accumulating for a very long time, and you can see we were up 5.91% in one account, 4.5% in another, for 5% total, or almost a $400 day in our long-term holdings. You can see we're up 17% in the past, year to date. We're up 17%, but that's because we were down. So we're making back some of the money that we were down, but it's having a nice rally since the first of the year. When you're hedging and investing with Vincenzo, we got a nice portfolio that we feel is going to do very well in the longer term. And when you become members of Jabroni Killer, you'll be able to trade with Vincenzo, and you'll be able to see when I make trades, what trades I'm in, what swing trades I'm actively doing, right, my long-term holds. You'll be able to trade with Vincenzo, and that's what it's all about. So that way you can sidestep the market and the profitability. And you got to incorporate all the market, not just the cryptos, to understand what's actually going on, so you don't get fleece heisted and shysted with this little pump in XRP. And then if you zoom into the 3-minute time frame, you can see we're already starting to struggle, right? But we'll continue to watch. If the buyers can come in on a thinly traded market, we could trade up and try to make a run at that upper resistance. But I feel like this is going to sell quickly back off. It's already down about 4 or 5% from the top. I think it's going back down. I don't see a whole lot this weekend that is worth the swing trade potential risk versus reward, because I see any kind of profits very small and very tight, as you can see on ALGO, a coin that I do like. Once this gets back below 50 cents, I will do some long-term holding because it pays 4.5%. I was in it last spring, doubled my money, sold it, and I sold it a little early, but now it was a good sell because it's well below what I sold it for. And you can see our next major underneath support on ALGO is 56 cents on our green ring, which is way down there. On any kind of local pump, that 200-day moving average would be your upper resistance. But again, this coin, when it gets below about the 50-cent level, I will start buying and accumulating for a very long-term hold and take the 4.5% interest that they're paying. But our ring system's been pretty good on here, right? You can see what we got going on there. We just breached below the 1% retracement, the 100% retracement level, got rejected, and then held on the blue ring, but got rejected by the 50-day moving average. So that leads me to believe that your next major target is down here, and your next major swing trade opportunity, like a safer swing trade opportunity, would be buying at the 56-cent level and then riding a nice pump back up into some upper resistance, which would be way up into here, right? So that's what I'm watching for in ALGO. I'll keep you up to date. I got to run into the store. I'm getting ready to watch a Michigan football or basketball game as they take on the Ohio State University criminal gangster cartel, and the Michigan Wolverines under the Fighting Juwan Howards look to get their second consecutive win over a top 25 team after they ran off the third-ranked Boilermakers right off the court, Chrysler Arena, a couple of nights ago. Peace and love. Peace and love.